Hi, it's Blake again here to spread some friendly words your way and maybe give you little tips on passing. Now, everybody, the biggest things I always find in the chat rooms or the message boards for us special fellas are passing. Like, what can I do to pass? How can I do this? Where can I get binders? How can I do my makeup? Everything. And yes, real men do wear makeup. Well, fuck! Howdy folks, this is Blake Ryan in here coming. What's this? Howdy folks, this is Blake Ryan here coming to show some love your way and maybe give you a few tips in passing in the process. Now, what I'm going to do first is everything that I show you how to do in this video. I'm going to show you all the materials that you're going to need. So, let me get... Alright, let's see here. Okay, I should have done this first, but I'm too lazy and I have ADD, so whatever. Pair of scissors. Good, sharp scissors. Don't go running with them. Sit still. This right here is a braid of hair. This is what I use because I'm obviously pre-testosterone and all that goodness. And this is what you use. You cut it up and it becomes your facial hair. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a soul patch, which is what I go out with because it's what looks the best and, you know, it's just the way I prefer to look. This right here is spirit gum. You can get it at any costume shop or you can go online and look for it. I'll be putting links up probably either on this video or if you'd like, email me and I can tell you where you can find all this stuff. Same with the hair. Let's see. Eyeshadow. It's not going to go here. It's going to go here. Trust me, it helps. Now when you do this, as especially with the crepe hair, which is also what it's, if I didn't mention that, that's what it's called, theatrical crepe hair, you can put in a search anywhere for it. Match this closely to this, and the most important thing to match it with is your facial hair color. Get a couple of different colors that are pretty similar, and there's like a little bit of range between them. Mix them if you have to, mix and match. I usually don't, but I'm lazy, so if I don't pass as well, it's my own damn fault. Let's see, is there anything else you need? Oh, okay. You go down, if you want to learn how to make a binder, which I'm also going to explain in this video, you go down to Walmart, you find them little shirts that have that symbol on them, and you buy the smallest one you can squeeze your ass into. Trust me. When they haven't been diddled with and made into a binder, they're going to look something like this. And I can't believe I'm showing this. This really needs to be washed. And it smells like cat litter. Alright, what to start with first? Well, first, binding, because sometimes that's all any guy really wants to do. They just don't want to have these. Believe me. Okay, how to make one. People have been asking me how I make one because I always say I have a homemade one. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go out and get one of those. I use a size small. It's the smallest one they make. But I'm 5'10" and about 135 pounds at the most with my clothes on. Just for a frame of reference, you're going to... So you take this, make it inside out, so the little symbol is on the inside here. You're going to fold it up to the armpits. And this is the part that's going to be a stumbling block for most guys. You get someone who can sew, preferably use a sewing machine because it'll take fucking forever to do it by hand. Trust me, I have done it. And you're going to do some stitching along the sides here and here, and then you flip it back inside out. You're going to need to do, it's going to be trial and error, you know, getting the right fit, getting it cut quite right, but the end result, before you use it, it's going to look something like, damn it, it's going to look like this. This is a finished binder. I've had it for over a year now, and it still works just as good. And of course, they're going to stretch over time, so throw them in the dryer on high a couple of times, let it go through, and it will shrink it a little. Just, you know, wash it. Keep it clean like you would any other piece of clothing. Now once you put it on, your chesticles aren't just going to go like this. So sometimes you have to reach in and rearrange, you know. Every other guy rearranges his junk, why shouldn't we? You're going to basically, just so you know how to do it, I do it up and to the side, and it helps with the whole look. let's see. They can work very well for bigger fellas. My friend who made it for me, who actually was the one who made it, was like 5'3" and about 270 pounds, and they work just fine for him. The plus side with those is they're very comfortable. It's very easy to breathe, and you know, to my knowledge, I wasn't born with back problems. I don't have back problems. It's less likely to cause back problems. My larger friend who wore one, he could wear it all day, whenever he wanted to, and it never bothered him. I don't wear them more than 8 hours at a time. It can cause, if they press too hard against your rib, if you're pressing too hard against your rib cage with these here, it can actually cause pressure on your heart. And remember, this is really, really important when you take a binder off, whether it's this one, whether it's any one. Cough a few times because fluid can build up in your lungs and you can get like really sick. It's happened. Don't wear it too long. If you can't breathe, if you feel really nervous, if you're scared, if you're freaking out, it's going to make it worse. So just relax when you're wearing them. And if it's too tight, you should always be able to slip. I think if you go like this, you should always be able to get between your binder and your skin. If you can't, it's too tight. Just keep readjusting. I promise you will find the one that's right for you. If that doesn't work for you, go to underworks.com and look at everything they have. There's the double compression vest. There's all sorts of products. What you want to use is up to you. It's all about what works best for you. Alright, what next? Alright, we'll do the fun part. And this, actually, if you were only to do one thing, this is what I would suggest you do. And this is the fun part. Facial hair. Now, I personally use, obviously, that theatrical hair. I cut it up like a motherfucker. And in the end result, I cut it into very tiny little bits, is something that looks like this. Like I said, I can only show you how to do what I know how to do. And what you do, and there it goes. You take it, you pinch as little of it sticking out in the end as you can, and you just cut it real small, you know. You basically want to be working with like a powder. So, yeah, I spilled some, so pardon me for a sec while I cut up a little extra. Now, this, like everything else I'm showing you, is gonna take some trial and error. There, I'm sure, are gonna be times where you think you look great, and you go outside and everyone's like, what the hell's wrong with that guy? His beard is off center. Don't worry about that. It comes with practice. I'm pretty sure the one I make is gonna be off center. Oh well. Let me get my little brush. Damn it! This, personally, is my favorite brush to use. It comes with HIP. You can get it at Walmart, but I'm not saying you have to use this. This is by no means the definitive. And what you do when you put on the facial hair is you get a background color. I use one that's just a little lighter or a little darker than the hair I'm putting on to give it a little bit of dimension. What you do is you get a little bit on the brush there, blow off the excess because you want some big dark fucking spot. And I'm going to use this thing like a mirror basically so you can see what I'm doing. And you get a little something going like that. I'm actually going to look in that mirror over there so I can get a little more center. Oh, no.
If you're over 65, you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, you may qualify.
Something like that. So you can see it right there. Whatever works best for you. Do it in the style that you want to look. Like I said, what I do best is the soul patch, so that's what I'm going to do. Then you grab your little bottle of spirit gum. It's only like, this was $2.50 at this little shop I go to downtown. I'm a very lucky little boy. There's a little shop all down, I'd say not even a mile away from me, that sells everything I need. You take it, you dab the excess off because this stuff is sticky, obviously. It's meant for that. And you put it over. Hold on. You put it over like this. and you cover the area. Don't be afraid to go a little bit outside. In fact, I say go a little bit outside the area to make sure you have enough adhesive. And then you gotta let it dry a few minutes. I'm not gonna sit here waving my hands over this like I usually do to dry it. So while we're waiting for that to dry,